What's up, Pikes Peak RC Arena? Race news around the nation. What's up, everybody? It's been a while since I've been back home, and it's been a long month and a half, and it's great to get back and clean up all my mess that I had made over there in South Carolina. Like I said, I give props to you 8 scale guys out there. Man, I'll tell you what, it is a dirty sport, but I don't mind cleaning, sitting down, watching a movie or YouTube or whatnot, just cleaning my stuff and going through everything. So maintenance is the biggest factor when you race on dirt, and that goes with you clay guys out there and stuff like that. So, here comes my little babies. They miss me, so I'll give them all the free reign they want. But anyways, I had a lot of stuff going on this past weekend. I raced my last race over at Sumter, racing with those guys out there. Huge track, awesome. It was nice. It was also dirty. Again, dealing with red clay. The conditions were conditions that I've never experienced anywhere in my life. Then again, that was only the third track I've ever driven 8 scale. So big difference between Extreme RC Raceway, Moncks Corner, and then Sumter. And that's what I was talking about in one of my videos, where it's in that hour radius. And I just found out that 2 more tracks just popped up. So again, dominating in the Southeast is 8 scale racing, to include oval racing, right? And a little bit of 10 scale here and there, but mostly dominant to the 8 scale world out there. And boy, I'll tell you what, these guys are deep into it, but the camaraderie, the atmosphere is super duper awesome. We have a lot of great times, and golly, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna miss those guys out there. All right, so over there at Extreme RC Raceway, they took me in as part of their family, and I am so grateful for them, for Rafi and Tim, owners of the Extreme RC Raceway. And then you got your track people and your race director, James Thomas, Chuck, Rob, Joe, Justin. I want to say that Ian was out there as well too. Rob P, Kyle Potts and his family, Hayden, young driver, Jimmy, brand new driver, surprised the hell out of me. Golly, Brian Akers, Anthony Rossi, James Hart. Golly, I can just go on forever and ever. Uncle Ed Pasquine. And again, yeah, it's just a lot of great people out there at Extreme RC Raceway in Moncks Corner, and I met a lot of you guys. And hopefully, sometime in the near future, I get to be back out there with you guys. I will be supporting from back here. I will send out trophies for you guys to distribute. So again, I can't wait for that to happen over there in October 26th, 27th, I think it is, for their autumn showdown race, which is actually going to be pretty cool. Again, and then this weekend also, not to mention happening over in South Carolina, on that part of the U.S. where I was at, over here had TNR Racing. I'll tell you what, I was watching that, watching some of the posts that some of you guys were posting, everybody from Sean King to Chad Bartlett, David Backer, John Carpenter. All you guys were all out there, just watching some clips, some vids here and there. Jason Smith threw some clips out there, and it was good to see everybody. Shocker to me, Eli out there just dominating, and I didn't even know he raced 8 scale. So hey, congrats to all our podium finishers out there that enjoyed the race over at TNR. And I wanted to be out there so bad to drive that track, but maybe next time. I'll definitely get to be out there the 21st over at Matt Kyle's track. So he rescheduled, and then I gotta rush over to Sean's little shindig he's got going on, and we're gonna have a great time doing that stuff. But other than that, everybody, I am happy to be home, back here in my own little dungeon, my own little Pikes Peak RC Arena. Man, I tell you what, just got done cleaning that bad boy right there, and catching up on some of my movies and shows and stuff. And then now it's on to this one, a little bit more detailing, and go through all my bearings on this one. That is one thing I learned in the 8 scale world, is maintenance with your bearings and stuff like that. But again, on top of TNR, I see Eric Adams out there. Golly, he's doing great out there up at Moore. Art Screamo, I'll get out to his track hopefully soon. Hopefully when I'm not busy, but they're doing great out there doing their carpet dealio going on over at 5280 with the addition. They're the newest addition to what's already going on for On Road and Mini Z. So then we have Cole Roberts. Seeing clips here and there, you guys are getting a feel for it. You guys are getting an idea of what he's doing out there so far. Oval, Mini Z. I seen Buggy being driven out there, so on and so forth. So again, support your local hobby shops. All right, your local hobby shops and your local tracks. All right, all these guys out here, they're doing some great things and stuff like that. Looks like 5280 is going to be doing a series race with Hobby Eplex, so that'll be pretty cool to watch and see and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a great time going into winter and getting out of the 8 scale season. So now all I got to do is prep for next year, or if I go on the East Coast again, I can drive. Over there, it's cool because they get to drive year round over there. And like I said, 8 scale is so dominant out there. I want to give my hand at short course racing. I'm going to try that as well too. But right now, I drive my truggy better than my buggy, but I drive my buggy more than my truggy, if that makes any sense. And I'm told that the truggy is more forgiving. So for those that are getting into 8 scale, a truggy is very forgiving and easy to drive. All right. The only problem is the wheels and tires are more expensive than the 8 scale. Obviously, you guys can see the size difference. So obviously the prices are going to go up. And this was my tire choice out there in at South Carolina, and it did me very well. It was the Lesners from Jetco's, and yeah, these were great out there. And I used these the whole entire time I was out there. So they did not fail me. I didn't feel no looseness on it, but I did, in most cases, up my diff fluids on that, which I should have done on my buggy because I had so much rotation, driving in the fluff and stuff like that. The tracks were very loose. So again, next time, just learning on this stuff. But yep, I got all my oils here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do all that stuff. But again, I'm in a different climate area, so I know what to bring next time when I head over to the East Coast, if I ever go back. All right. But again, traveling back, one of my bags came back late last night, so kind of worried about that because I had my truck in there and had my charger and stuff. So I was like, all right, but finally got it back from the airport. I guess the weight limit on the plane was too much. So again, watch my video on traveling with all your RC stuff, what to do, what not to do. Again, traveling with your batteries, always have a lipo case. So I had 3 lipos out there. I had my 6300, my 6000, and that new 7500. So yeah, my truck battery, my 63 I use for my truck as well too, but I'll use the 6300 for the mains for my buggy and the 6000 for the quals and stuff like that. But again, hey, look deeply into that. Also, I had one of my controller batteries go out on me, and I highly suggest your next controller battery, for those that are using life batteries or whatnot for your Futabas or your Sanwas. I ended up going to the Reedy 1600. All right. For some odd reason, my other battery, and they're about the same price. For some odd reason, my other battery just went poof. Literally swelled up, and it was a weird thing. Usually, I had it in. I put them in storage when I'm traveling, and I don't know what happened. Just one of those crazy things with batteries these days. But as far as my my Gens Ace batteries, I had one battery that just on a charge, I was charging at, I want to say 12 amps, and charging at overall voltage, I want to say it was at like, I want to say 1712, 1714 was where my overall voltage would end. And for some odd reason, that battery swelled to the point where it separated on the plastic. And the cool thing is, and you guys know how I am, you know, calling up, Hobbywing has their insurance, Reefs RC, they told me to send in the servo, so I'm going to send that in tomorrow. My box is right here for that. And I called up Gens Ace, and Gens Ace's warranty program, as long as you have proof of receipt, is so excellent. They went ahead and gave me a new battery. So it was a 6300 battery. And all I did was pay the difference of like, I think it was like $15 for this battery. So, which was actually pretty cool. So again, as long as you have your receipt, shouldn't be no problem. Trading in your batteries or taking it to the place where you got it from, because they have an excellent exchange program over there, and apparently Extreme RC did. So again, all I did was pay the difference of $15. I had my receipt already, and that's one thing with your guys' RC products, especially electronics, that fail for no reason. All right, no reason, none of your fault. Always take a picture of a receipt. You never know what may happen. So again, so far, Hobbywing, Gens Ace, and Reefs have been so excellent on their customer service. Hey, I give them mad props. All right. Also, went on my trip. Well, while I was on my trip, I noticed Avid just came out with their new, I want to say their satellite dish wheels or whatever they're called. I forgot what they are, but they got 8 scale ones and they got 10 scale ones. It looks like I'll be ordering a bunch of those just to match my vehicles all the way around. So that'll be a new thing for me. I've always been an Avid supporter since they are local here in Colorado. So again, go to their website, avidrc.com. Check them out. They got a bunch of new products coming out, and wow, they got new products already. So I am using a bunch of their products and was so happy to test some of their, or one of their products. So again, great people out there. Check them out. Check out their website. There's always great stuff out there for them or for your vehicle. So i.e. your 8 scale, your 10 scale, and whatever else they may have for your vehicles. They got excellent things of tools, and yeah, just check it out. Check it out, you guys. All right. Again, I'm just so happy to be back. Pikes Peak RC Arena. I don't know where to begin. I came here, golly, I really wanted to race the TNR race, but again, I'll get out to Matt Kyle's area to go race over there and have fun and see those guys that I've missed. And yeah, that'll be on the 21st. So that'll be my next spot to go to since I'm back for a little bit. So depending on where my work brings me next. All right. So apparently I'm in the point of where I'm needed in certain places all over. So, which is not too bad. It's not too bad. So, but other than that, Pikes Peak RC Arena, I'm going to get back to wrenching and cleaning and maintaining these vehicles. Yeah, some of my videos, I've been testing some stuff out there. And hopefully we'll get through with it and stuff like that. That is my next goal, is to do some live videos, some videos on my workspace and stuff, what I'm doing on that day. So they'll probably just be little 3-minute clips here and there. But other than that, hey, we're still going to have a blast, Pikes Peak RC Arena. Hope you guys have a great day. Looks like it was starting to rain out there when I just last looked. So cover your vehicles if you have them. I don't know. I don't know if we're still in hail season or not. But again, support your local tracks. Starting down in Pueblo, you got Cole's Hot Lap Hobbies. Go check him out. I'm seeing a lot of our Colorado Springs guys go down there, having a blast, supporting him down there. I'll eventually get down there soon enough, as soon as work dictates. Also, you got Matt Kyle's over here as well too. Faster laps, 8 scale racing, short course racing. He also does 5th scale racing if you guys are interested. Also, over there you got JT over there at JT Sports. He does all his oval program with his daughter Lulu out there and his whole crew. Don't forget Eric Adams over at Moore Raceway. Hey, since 1986, as he always says. 5280. Remember, they got 3 genres now. They got Mini Z. They got on-road 10 and 12 scale. Now, the newly additioned 10 scale buggy, to include short course truck as well too, and stadium truck. Hey, Art Screamo's leading that way with his crew and stuff like that. You got Hobby E-Plex. You got Graham Hill out there at LRC. Hey, support your local tracks, and we will see you. Pikes Peak RC Arena race news around the nation. I'm just going to get back at it, and I got a lot to do. So I already finished that one. Now I'm finishing up this one and then clean up my whole work area. I got red dirt everywhere, or red clay everywhere, and yeah, I need to clean all that stuff off. So you guys take it easy. You guys have a great evening. I will see you on the next video.